Hey friends, this is Joseph Maynor. So what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about love. And I want to talk about care. And I want to talk about being nice. Right? These kinds of things that, the masculine tends to kind of poo-poo until he needs them, right? Then he wants them in abundance, right? But he wants it as a transaction. The reality is, you are love. And you just have to realize that. The way you are right now is love. You couldn't do any better than what you're already doing right now. In the future, maybe, right? The future is open to possibilities. This is why, it's important to accept people for who they are. But I think when we're talking about love, we're talking about something that is really an interface between the masculine and the feminine. So if you're thinking in terms of masculinity or in terms of femininity, right, you're not going to get it right. It's a relation. It's the heart chakra. Okay. So love is an interface between the masculine and the feminine. It's a marriage. And part of it is divine and part of it is human. The divine part of love is everything that's here is trying to survive, right? If you look at reality, including yourself, right, in samsara, everything you're doing is trying to survive. So there is a manipulation on some level, right? That's not bad. I mean, ask me you eat chicken, right? Or you eat something, right? So something had to die for you to eat. Okay, so don't try to pull the puritanical card on me, okay? None of us are saints, all right, if we're surviving on some level in the dream, right? So, and that's fine. I mean, don't be too hard on yourself. My God, man, people are too hard on themselves. Some people aren't hard enough on themselves, right? They're belligerent, entitled assholes, right, too. But, they just have to learn, right? For whatever reason, that's the path that they've been rewarded by. And so they're going to continue on that path and they're going to try to maximize their happiness pursuant to that protocol. Okay. Well, it's just systems thinking 101. So I am a particular point of view. Okay. I'm an INFJ, 4-wing 5. And my top two love languages are quality time and words of affirmation. So I don't know if you guys have, explored on the internet enough, but maybe you haven't. Okay, so there's a chef online. His name is Daddy Jack. And he has a cooking channel called Cooking with the Blues and Chaplin's, I guess it's Chaplin's, something like that. But he's got 2 channels. I've learned more about heart integration from this guy than I've learned from anybody. Okay, from Neo Advaita, Spinoza. I mean, all this is just nonsense, right? On some level. On some level you got to realize, forgive everybody, including yourself. Don't demonize yourself for too long. But also, too, if somebody offers you constructive feedback, even if it's not given in a diplomatic way due to their own issues, you should heed that, right? Just realize that might be something that you need to work on. If you want to. Because love is actually a different thing than mind or body. It's the heart. And heart is, it's the interface between the masculine and the feminine. I can't really, I mean, those of you who don't know, like, know what I'm saying there, right, you're going to miss that. So what I'm going to do in this video is try to unpack that. And unpack, like, how this relates to conscious creation, because it's a total reset in how you look at the world when you're looking at the world from the heart. Not from the body, not from the mind, but from the heart. And the heart can also be very conflict oriented, because again, this is the interface between the masculine and the feminine. So there's going to be fighting that you're going to have to deal with in the heart. And this is exactly why heart integration is needed. Because if you don't have heart integration, you're just going to live in despair. Because the reality is that not everybody is going to see the world in the same way that you do. The very small percentage of people are. Okay. So, I think the first thing to understand is not like, okay, yeah, Spinoza, Neo-Advaita, all this kind of stuff about, there is no you, stop thinking that you have free will, all this kind of stuff. It's all basically like, it's all pointing to one thing. It's trying to get people to get along. All right? It's like the social contract. Like, we're trying to find a way to philosophically get everybody to get along. Yeah, that's useful. Like, from a divine perspective, I get that, But I also think that there is a more practical, like, body, conscious creation insight here. And that's what I want to give you guys in this video. So, again, going back to Daddy Jack, right? So, you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but, like, I'm pretty much into, like, music. I play jazz trumpet. I work as a independent paralegal, so I do paralegal work too. I'm also a life coach. I do that too. And in addition, I also cook, and I play chess too. I've been working a lot on chess too. So, but all of it to me is conscious creation. Now, the relevant question is like, where does love intersect with conscious creation? And this is what a lot of people, I think, don't understand, especially like stage orange people, stage blue people. They will not understand this. Stage red people, they will not understand this. Forget it. You're not going to get along with these people this way. They don't deal this way. They have a different logic. But with stage green people, I think stage green people get this. And the problem is, though, is that there's only a few stage green people in the world, right? Probabilistically speaking. But it's the idea that you're an artist. And what you're doing is that you're creating reality. You're creating your experience. And so your job is an extension of your creation. Don't ever work with anybody who doesn't see you as a peer. Right? Don't ever work with anybody who doesn't see you as a collaborator. Right? See, these are the kind of boundaries you got to set, because these people they don't think that way. They want to think of you as a vending machine. Like, I pay you and you give me, some result in return. Right? There's no personal interaction. They don't understand, like, that people who are working are not working for money. I mean, it could just be me. I mean, I'm working to please my friends. See, just like Daddy Jack, right? Cooking with the Blues, Chaplin's channel. He has two channels. One is Cooking with the Blues, but look him up. I've learned a lot about heart from Daddy Jack, actually, and what it means to love. Not in some kind of abstract philosophical way, but what it really means to be a conscious creator and to create something and to give it to people and also to appreciate it yourself. That's the goal, guys. The goal is it's relationship first. Like, for me to have motivation, I gotta want to help you. That's what inspires me, right? Now, some people are gonna say this, oh, well, this is just somebody who's emotionally dysregulated or, some other kind of partial truth. It's not entirely false, but the reason is because I'm an artist. And so what gets my juice, I'm just telling you about me. I mean, you may be very different than me, right? But hopefully, you love me enough to be able to tolerate this and to see, kind of see like where I'm coming from. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to integrate creation into my career. So I want to be the kind of person who develops a relationship with you as a friend that's deeper than just a transactional kind of thing. And then what that does somehow, alchemically, I don't know why, but it causes me to care for you. And then once I care for you, then I have the motivation to work for you. I have the motivation to create for you. It's like Daddy Jack, creating a dish like nachos or chicken a la king or sweet and sour chicken. I mean, just so many different cool things. And then delighting in the fact that, hey, come try this. You know what I'm saying? Because he is getting a little bit of an ego boost off of that, right? Like, I'm going to show you how to cook. I'm going to cook something amazing, and then I'm going to deliver it to you. It's very masculine, right? So in a way, I am very masculine. You know what I mean? Like, I like to provide for people that shows care, because as an artist, I have to get behind everything that I do. And if you give me a complicated project, I have to be motivated to do that project. And what motivates me to do that project is to please you. That's it. Otherwise, why do it? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. I would just meditate all day long, actually. See? But the fact that you need something from me, it triggers something in me where it's just like, okay, a friend of mine needs something from me. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And then I got all these other like competing obligations, but I'm just saying, like, that's the source of inspiration is relationship. And I don't know if you guys know this, but like, and this can be used against me. I mean, I've talked about this a little bit, with ChatGPT too. When I got out of college, when I was at UCLA, my first job was actually in sales. And I was a radio advertising salesman for Live 105 here in San Francisco. And, they put me through all these like sales training, sessions. And what they taught me though, which was kind of cool, was sales is about relationships. You gotta be great with relationships. Like transaction is fine, it's like, anybody can go to a vending machine and put $1 into a vending machine, get a Coke or whatever. It's actually more than $1 now, but when you can call somebody after hours and say, hey bro, I got a problem, can you help me solve this? That's a different kind of thing, right? That's a relationship. When you can go out, to watch a movie with somebody, or go out to the golf course. I don't play golf, but I'm just saying, like, golf is, kind of a cliche, but like, it doesn't have to be golf. It could be going to a coffee shop or going to a restaurant with your client. What you're establishing is trust, right? You're establishing a friendship. You're establishing a network, and you're doing it like as a win-win gesture. It's a flat hierarchy. This is very stage green. Like people who are not at stage green, they're not going to get this. You're going to rebel against this. You're going to have a problem with this. I deal with this all the time as a paralegal in the legal profession, because most lawyers are not stage green. But the ones that are though, right, they get this and they see it, right? They don't see it, is this guy's trying to be codependent with me. He's trying to be nice because he wants to get something. No, I want to be nice because I want to be able to have the motivation to deliver for you. Otherwise, why am I working for you? I'm not working for you just because you're some dick or some kind of transaction. I don't need money that bad, actually. It's reality. I actually don't care about money at all, to tell you the truth. The money comes as a byproduct. The money comes when you have your love right, where you have your act aligned with your audience. One of my last videos was on this, which means that your clients, you have a friendly relationship with your clients. Your clients love you, and you love your clients. It's like, I don't know, it's just like platonic love. It's not romantic love, like I said, platonic love, but like, or kind of like care, I would say. When they call you, you care, right? You're like, I'll stop what I'm doing right now and handle this for you, right? And people think, this is like egotistical. You shouldn't be this way. I get that. I understand that too. Some people are very transactional. They can do anything for anybody, and they don't need the personal relationship part of it. But for me, because my number one love language is quality time, and my number two love language is words of affirmation, my number three love language is acts of service. For somebody to say like, Joseph, like, I loved it. I love what you did. That means the world to me. That means the world to me. I mean, that inspires me like nothing else, right? Is when one of my friends tells me that I created something as a conscious creator that they loved. It's like, that's worth more than any money. And because I'm creating to help you, not to help me. I'm fine, right? I'm creating to help you. It's like Daddy Jack doesn't need to cook anything to impress any people come and eat his dishes. He can cook for himself, and he'd be totally fine with that. But he does it to make other people happy. And that's the highest consciousness place that you can come to from a position of love. Is that you're working for your friends. It's not about codependency. It's not about boundary transgression. It's not about any kind of inappropriate thing. It's like you extend the olive branch to somebody and you say, hey, do you want to work? Do you want to collaborate with me, right? Or not? And if the answer is no, then if you're coming from this perspective, you're going to have a problem with this person like further on down the line, right? Because you're always going to be dealing with them in a kind of abstract, impersonal, transactional, stage orange kind of way. It's really the difference between stage orange and stage green. Now, a lot of times people at stage orange will feign like they're at stage green. But actually, stage orange hates stage green. To be brutally honest with you, stage orange hates stage green. Which doesn't surprise anybody because, one spiral stage, the next spiral stage is always hated by the one prior to. Yes, if you're stage green, you're going to be labeled as emotionally erratic, up and down, lots of drama. Because transactional orange is going to want to silo you in a certain kind of way. They're missing the deeper thing that you're trying to do, which is that what you want from me as a creator is for me to put my heart into something to deliver to you, right? Whether it's writing a book, whether it's making a video, whether it's making an album, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is, making a dish. You're trying to inspire me to create for you with all of my heart, because that's where genius lies, right? That's where lightning in a bottle happens. Like when you're at a jam session, right? There are people watching, your friends are watching you play. All right, you're a musician. You're playing at, International Cafe on Haight Street in a jam session, which I, used to play at. And your friends come to see you play, man. That is an honor. That's an honor. Or you're a musician and you have a concert and your friends come to watch you play, or you're a chef and your friends come to visit you to taste your dish, or you're a philosopher and people come to you because they want to see what you think. You're doing it for them. You're not doing it for you. You don't need it, actually. Yes, on some level you do need to survive, but existentially you don't need it. That's the point. And, samsara is going to contain ups and downs, You're going to try something, it's not going to resonate with certain people, but what you can do, okay, if you guys are like stage green on the path or above, I'm going to tell you right now, this is what you can do, is become a business owner. This is where we're going to leverage orange. You're going to become a business owner. Find out who your audience is and tailor your act to your audience. And this isn't like a stage orange, like transactional sort of like BS kind of thing. What it means is that if what you're trying to do is you're trying to find collaborators and a flat hierarchy who are going to treat you like a friend, you're not going to get that with Sage Orange or Sage Blue or Sage Red, period. Forget that. And so you got to be more selective in who your audience is. I mean, food is one thing. Everybody likes food, right? So, cooking food is one thing. But let's say that you're a consultant or you're a YouTuber or you're a project creator or something like that. You can't just go off and do something entirely on your own. You're going to have to work with, so Daddy Jack, he could go and he could cook chicken a la king by himself and then go deliver that to his customer. He doesn't need anybody else to do that, to help him with that. But if you're doing something a little bit more complicated, I hate to use the word complicated because maybe there isn't anything more complicated than chicken a la king. Really, there's not. But on some level. But if you're doing something a little bit more complicated, where you need to work with other people, you want those people to be your friends. And you want to be their friend. See, that builds trust. That means that I got your back, you got my back. That's love. To me, that's love. And that's love that fits survival too. It's not just some kind of abstract philosophical love like Neo-Advaita or Spinoza or something along those kinds of lines. I'll tell you, what love is that you're consciously creating for your friends. And your friends want to pay you for that. But you have to understand what a friend relation is. This is what I think Aristotle was actually really wise about. Is he did a whole treatise on what friendship is. Actually, the reasons why I consider Aristotle to be one of my favorite philosophers is because he actually did a treatise on what friendship is. Not every relation is a friendship. Friendship it's a marriage. It's somebody who likes you deeply. They've been in the foxhole with you. You've suffered together somehow. And you stuck with each other too. And they've seen what you can do, when you've seen what they can do, and you respect each other. You know that, this is a person who I want on my side. This is a person who I want to perform for, too. Don't you get that, too? Those of you guys who are, you have forums or YouTube channels or something like that. Why am I making this video? Who am I talking to in this video? Right. Oh, I'm talking to myself, but I'm also talking to everybody too. I'm just letting people know, on some level, you do have to have boundaries as the masculine. If you don't have boundaries, you're never gonna filter this out in the right way. So love isn't just about accepting everybody. Love is about finding people who love you and who you love. And then using that to build your enthusiasm and motivation to do great artworks, to create great artworks for you and for them, for the relationship between you and them too. That's what love is, right? The deepest, from what I can tell, aspect of love. So I know we've been talking about love a little bit for a while, and so I'm happy to make this video. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.